Om Sadashivasamarampham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam Akhandam Sachidanandam Avang Manasagocharam Atmanam Akhiladharam Ashraye Bhishta-siddhaye Arthatopi Advayanandan Atito Dvaita Bhanataha Guru Naradya Vedanta Saram Vakshye Yatamatihi. Okay. So we are seeing the last chapter of it. We saw everything about the Jivan Mukta. Any questions, clarifications on anything in Vedanta Sara? Please shoot.
Swamiji, from the last class I had a clarification.
Yeah, shoot.
Even though you did mention, or rather there was a verse which mentioned about no vidhi or nisheda for jnani.
Yeah.
But by virtue of the fact that, like in the Bhagavad Gita verse, yad yad acharati shreshta, the fact that they are shreshta purushas.
Yeah.
I mean, there will be a certain maybe expectation from the society for them to follow vidhi nisheda.
Correct.
Yeah.
So he may follow, he may not follow. Yeah, he may follow. Why? Na buddhi bedam janeyet. So he may follow. He may not follow, he'll say, go fish. Keep farak penda. Yeah. What difference does it make? Go fish. If you are disturbed, your problem, not mine. I mean, does he not have the right to do that like anybody else in the society? Because societal expectations you cannot always fulfill. The worst case was what? Swami Chinmayanji was going to Hyderabad for a talk. So since he was flying from different places, different cities for talks, he was landing in Hyderabad 2 days earlier. And his host, Swami Chinmayanji always preferred to stay with somebody or the other. Swami Dayananji was the other way around. Most of the cases he stayed in a simple hotel or something like that, or someone's guest house or something. He preferred that way. Each one is preference. So Swami Chinmayanji was reaching in one place, but the host was going also out of town. They are coming back after 2 days. So they were coming in time for the talk, but since Swami Chinmayanji was reaching 2 days earlier, there would be nobody in the house. So they requested a friend from Bombay, will you stay there in case Swamiji requires some things, some food, this, that, etc. Swami Chinmayanji, remember, he is 100 plus if he is alive now. So those days men knew very little about cooking and things like that. And he had been a freedom fighter and a sadhu half his life. It was after he left college. So, no, nothing. So this lady said, yeah, of course I will be there. And so she is staying there. Swami Chinmayanji is also staying there. Big house. So sometimes Swami Chinmayanji, can I get some tea? Is there from fruit available? So when he asked like that, she would give him what. 2 days went like this. Then the host landed up. The next day was the talk. The host landed up the previous evening. And she asked the lady who was looking after supposed to be staying there playing host to Swamiji, I hope Swamiji enjoyed your food and things like that. Food? Do sadhus eat food? I'm not joking. I know this lady well. She is no more. She expired a couple of years back. But I knew this lady very well and I heard it from her own mouth. Do sadhus eat? Sometimes he would ask me for fruit or tea and I would give it to him. Societal expectation. If I, for example, have to give in to my liberal students, I should not speak about anything about Hinduism. If I have to give in to my Matunga class, I have to do a lot of rituals, this, that, etc. Okay. So where will I end up if I am going to fulfill societal expectations? They're endless. Remember the story we studied in school of father and son carrying the donkey to the market? They're going to the market to sell the donkey. So all three of them are walking. So they passed a group of people who said, how idiotic. They can ride the donkey, no? So the father said, beta, go on to the donkey, right. Passed another group of people. Look at that. Young boy is riding the donkey, old man is walking. So the young boy got up, old man got up. What is this? The kid is walking. Old man doesn't even have a heart. So both of them got onto the donkey. What is this? Animal lover. Poor donkey. Such a load he has to carry. So the father and son decided to carry the donkey to the market. Are you getting the idea? If I am going to live by societal expectations, it is endless. It is endless. Like somebody came and asked me, Swamiji, I know you enjoy your tea, but after sannyasa you are not supposed to have Agni Kriya. How do you manage to make tea and cook and everything? She has no clue what it means. I said, but I have a lot of connection with Kriya. There is Jataragni in my stomach, all right. The fire is keeping my heart pumping, all right. What about all that? Are you getting the idea? So, a man may give in to some things, may not give in to some things. Okay, yeah. So, as a Sreshta is supposed to set the example. No? So, he will set the example by breaking all bad laws, bad practices. Yeah. It also depends upon the wise person's background. If he comes from a very orthodox background, he may become orthodox. Because his background was like that. He may not insist it for others, but he himself may be orthodox. If he is more liberal, like me, more liberal. Okay. Though I strike a balance between what is traditional and what is liberal. It depends. Yeah. He'll generally follow dharma. Generally, as he said in the Naishkarma Siddhi author quoted in the last verse, ornamental. All the dharmic values naturally remain with him. Yeah. But he may break dharma also. Yeah. Swami Chinmayanji was a freedom fighter. Every law in the book he broke. Yeah. What about that? Every law was broken. So, you don't make ko vidhi ko nisheda is the right thing. Yeah. If he has known the truth, he has the wisdom what to follow, what not to follow. And accept the consequences. He won't run away from the consequences. The transactional consequences that may be there. Yeah. You break a tax law, your trust may be barred for a year or something. Or you may have to pay a fine or something. You won't run away from the consequences or try to bribe your way out of it. You'll do, yeah, I didn't know, the law was broken, I'll accept the consequence. That can happen to anyone. No? Yeah. That is Vyavahara. Yeah. Okay. That is why it is said, Krishnaha bhogihi, Shukas tyagihi, Nrpo Rama Janakau, Vasishta Karmakarta cha, Pancheta Jnanina Smrta. Eta Pancha Jnanina Smrta. I am remembering 5 Jnanis. One was Krishna, Bhogi, all the good things in life. La Dalka Vita. He enjoyed all the good things in life. Yeah. Whether it was in Vrindavan or Mathura or Dwarka, all the good things in life. Bhogi. Shukaha, Vyasa's son, Tyagi. He wanted to be a sannyasi right from the beginning. Nripau Rama Janako. Rama and Janaka were kings. They ruled. They wielded power. Vasishta as the Rajaguru, Karma Karta, he had to do certain karmas for the benefit of the kingdom, etc. Karma Karta meaning ritualistic karma. Is there any similarity between any of their lifestyles? Or what they did? Rama went by the book. Krishna threw the book out of the window. Correct? Rama went by the book, everything. Yeah. And Krishna, he threw the book out. Now we say, oh, they are avatars, they can do. So, each one is own, yeah. Okay. And you put other people into it. What about Bhishma? A ruthless warrior. Where is all the talk about compassion, ahimsa? The field of Mahabharata is slaughtered one battalion every day. Ruthless warrior. I mean, Krishna, we always think about the bhoga, the enjoyment, this thing. But he was a smiling assassin, okay? He promised Shishupala was born with a curse that he will die in Krishna's hands. So his mother falls at Krishna's feet and says, please forgive my son for whatever he does. He says, no problem. 100 transgressions against me I will accept. So mother thought, great, 100 mistakes my son will not make. But that guy was an idiot. 100 mistakes Krishna tolerated, nothing. 101st mistake, his head was chopped off. Are you getting the idea? Smilingly. It happened in the Rajasuya Yajna of Yudhishthira. Smilingly chopped the head off. Time ho gaya. Out. He's like a surgeon's knife, he used it. So you cannot say who will be like what. Each one is different. Yeah. You know some of us. We don't claim to be great Jivan Muktas and things like that. Okay. We have some understanding, we have some nishtha, etc. is there. You know 2-3 of us at least. No? Is there any similarity between me and Paramartha, for example? We are the other ends of the pole or not? What is common? Our knowledge. We are two different guys. Yeah. And we are, on top of it, we are batchmates, okay? Same batch. Very different. Why? Between me and my own student, there is so much of difference. My own student. I have 2 of them who have become teachers in their own right. Swamini and Falguni. Aren't both of them very different? Because being wise is not being carbon copy. Not being carbon copies. Each has their own personality, each has their own this. Basic dharma will be followed. 80-90 rule will be, 80-20 rule will be followed by them also. 80% of the time it's good to follow that dharma, 20% time it is good to break it. Yeah. But the need to do something adharmic is not there because the need to get something by dharmic means is not there. No? Need is gone. When the need is gone, where is the thing? Yeah. So you don't have to worry about Kovidi Nisheda. They have the freedom to do what they want. Because they don't have an agenda of their own. Because they don't have an agenda of their own. Yeah. And if they have an agenda of their own, you have to understand that either they are doing it for the people or they yet have to grow something. Yeah. That's okay. Okay. Then back. Does that clarify everything, Karthik?
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay. Then any other questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sashi.
Yes, sir. So this Sthita Pragya
Hmm.
and Jivan Mukta,
Hmm.
what is the difference?
No difference, one and the same.
I see.
Various terms used. Jnani, Sthita Prajna, Brahmanishta, all these are various terminologies
Okay.
indicating one and the same thing. Gunatitaha. गीता में आया है ना?
Yes, sir.
गुणातीतः, स्थित प्रज्ञः, all same thing.
Same.
जीवन मुक्त, all same. Yeah.
Maharaj,
Yeah.
a Jivan Mukta is one who has understood who he is or whether like Gyan Nishtha has happened.
Nishtha is also there. Now, one thing about Nishtha is it keeps growing all your life.
That is true.
Yeah. So, the Nishtha you have 10 years ago and what you have today will be different, will be much better. Yeah. So, that is the one thing that because of which it seems there is some growth there,
Okay. So,
Yeah.
what is the threshold at which we say like Jnana is there?
You can never say. Chinna samshaya. Chinna samshaya. No doubt left. So it is it's a subjective evaluation.
Right.
There is no objective benchmarking available.
Okay.
Cannot be. Yeah.
Sir, one more doubt.
Yeah, Sashi, bolo.
I don't know. Sir, this man of realization will be spontaneous.
Yeah,
That's what I understood.
correct.
But does it mean whimsical also? Or
Nope. Spontaneity, what is, we have to understand this spontaneity business.
Yes, sir.
Spontaneity is a function, is something that you do when your ego does not interfere.
Oh,
Like you're walking on the road, you see somebody falling. You will go and help the person get up. You are not going to think whether my clothes will be spoiled, whether he has got COVID. If you are thinking all that, there is no spontaneity. Then you have to be deliberate, help the person because he requires help. Spontaneity is when with your ego is not interfere, you do what is the right thing. And spontaneous activity will always be right activity. Because ego interference is not there, dharma will flow through. It may not be socially correct, but dharma will flow through.
Dharma.
Yeah. May not be socially correct, but dharma will flow through. Whereas whimsical activity is a personality trait. That may be there in a wise person. A personality trait can be there. No? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's a whimsical is not spontaneous. It's just a personality trait.
Okay.
Yeah. So that everyone has something or the other. No? Kuch na kuch to hai hi hai. That doesn't matter. Yeah. But it is not like whimsical. It is not like you do whatever you feel like. Whatever you feel like is not whimsical. Yeah. That is living a life without any clarity about what things are. What do you feel in the moment you do? That comes from the nonsense about too much about living in the moment business. Overdoing that living in the moment. I call it the tyranny of now.
Oh,
Because you're so lost in the enjoyment now, you're forgetting, hey, you have a class to take, you have others to take, all that forgotten. How would you like it? If I live in the moment. Arey, I'm reading something. Oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. I keep on reading, keep on reading. Class hai 11 baje. Moment. That's called the tyranny of now. Not living in the moment.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Clear, Sashi?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Any other questions? Ask because, yeah, Nidhu.
I had a question on the nature of mithya.
On the?
Nature of mithya.
Okay.
So where we say that it does not anything that does not have an independent existence. I understand that is the cloth and
Yeah.
the kurta.
Yeah.
That which is constantly changing its form.
Yeah.
So, like for example, a seed becomes a tree.
Yeah. So that also proves mithyatvam, no? It is not real. It's
not
functionally
real.
valid but not real. Yeah.
Right. But the one that says trikale na titish.
Trikale na tishtati. That does not exist in the 3 periods of time. That means a limited time bound existence. Any limited time bound existence is also mithya.
Okay, which is like me, the body.
Body, exactly.
Yeah.
Body, your thoughts, they keep changing all the time. So,
Got it.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're going over that 4 definitions I have put up.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah. 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 It's there in the group chat, okay? That 4 definitions of mithya. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Okay. There are no questions. We'll go back into the text. Okay. This is Kim Bohuna. Kim Bohuna. और ज़्यादा बात क्यों करना है इसके बारे में? Okay. Why talk anything more about it? Kim Bohuna. Aham deha yatra marthartham icchan anichan parechan prapitani. Very important. Sukha dukkha lakshanaya arabdha falani anubhavantaha. Anubhavan. Okay, let's see. Let us take it phrase by phrase, okay? Deha yatra matra. If you look at a typical, a Swami is not functioning in society, okay? Like me during my Rishikesh days. क्या करता था? 2 रोटी खा लो. Sharira yatra, this body has to be maintained, na? Prarabdha karma has to go. So prarabdha vashat, what you get, you will eat. Deha yatra. Now, in this he says, there are 3 types of prarabdha that will come. Okay. Icchan, your own ichha. You want to keep the body going or you don't want to keep it going? Well, there is no particular desire to end the body right now. So keep it going. Icchan. Do you desire to do a few things? Prarabdha vashat, some desire can come up. Baditam, but it can come up. हाँ ठीक है. ये यात्री लोग आया है यहाँ, उनके साथ केदारनाथ चले जाएगा. चलो, बाबा जी के दर्शन करके आ जाएगा. Is there any need to go to Kedarnath? No. But अच्छा, इच्छा. This is called your own इच्छा. You may have a desire. चलो ठीक है, एक बॉम्बे के चक्कर मार के आता हूँ. मायापुरी में क्या होता है देखिएगा. Okay. In fact, my teacher used to joke, sadhu saying in Rishikesh, if the Shani etc. manifest well in their horoscope, they will get desires like this. Why? थोड़ा दुख की अनुभव करना है. You have to go through some dukkha. Going on a yatra. अरे इधर बस्त्राम होके कुटिया में बैठ जाओ, क्षेत्रा के लिए जाओ, 2 टाइम के खाना मिल जाता, हो गया काम. नहीं, वह भी याद केदारनाथ जाएगा. Yeah. And you'll have to put up with all sorts of questions. Maharaji, why do they call Lord Shiva Babaji? ये क्या बोलेगा? both in Kashi and Kedarnath, they call Lord Shiva Babaji. You know that? Why? Why? I don't know why. But the people are asking you have to manufacture something. Based on the tradition, of course. So all this you have to experience now. Why? Ichan, Babaji ka darshan. अच्छा ही है, अच्छा ही है. And then you are a sadhu, you walk. You are used to walking all over the place, you walk. And you reach there. Among the first batch of people to reach there, you also reach there. Then, so Samadhi, Swamiji, a cup of tea? हाँ, पी लेंगे, ठंड में अच्छा ही लगता है. So you are sitting there having tea. Couple of hours pass. All the batches has come in. 2 people have not yet landed up. महाराज जी क्या करूँ, 2 जन नहीं आया है. It's already 3 o'clock. By 5 o'clock sunset. Okay, you know the roads well. I mean, Kedarnath, there was a time when I knew it as the back of my hand, like blindfolded I could go. चलो ठीक है, ढूंढ लेगा थोड़ा. Because you know, कुछ गलत मोड़ लिया रहेगा इधर या उधर. Some wrong turning they could have taken. All this you have to go through because of your ichha prarabdha. See, you had a simple ichha, Babaji का दर्शन करेगा. ऐसा मन में. Okay, or he says, anichan, without your desire. Pure prarabdha karma. Everything was fine. You went to sleep, आराम से, मस्त आराम होके. You got up with a backache. ये कहाँ से आया? Where did this backache come from? Anichan, you because you are a wise person, you have a desire to get a backache or what? Sheer prarabdha. Once I got up with my ligament tear. With a ligament tear, I got up from my sleep to find I'm limping away. I said, what is wrong with my leg? Everything was fine yesterday. Did I overstrain it last week? No, I have not overstrained it. Go to the doctor. He says, you have a ligament tear. And I start laughing. The doctor says, why are you laughing? My sadesati is going on. So Shani has got me in my sleep. Sheer prarabdha can happen. You don't have a desire for it, but still it can happen. Parechan, because of other people's desire. Your students, they'll say, Swamiji, arrange a trip not to Gomukh. Karega, okay, next year. This is a desire that comes from others. That also becomes your prarabdha. No? Correct or not? This matrix of karma can be very, very complex. Yeah. You're teaching. I said, अच्छा, good. Let us go to Gomukh. इन लोगों का सब conditioning थोड़ा हिला देगा. You'll break all conditionings. Yeah. Yeah. Why? Arey, without having a bath, etc., I will not have anything. Maybe Gangotri may freezing, you're going to have a bath there. You get up, get out of the bed, first thing you're looking is for something hot. I mean tea, okay? But some of you have used to coffee. ये गोमुख है, इधर कॉफी नहीं मिलता है, चाय मिलेगा. So thora conditions get broken up. Yeah. So all these conditionings, acha. This is called anyechan prarabdha or parechan prarabdha. Prarabdha that comes to you because of other people's desires. Yeah. You're a simple sadhu. You're going for a guru's anniversary, huh? Next week I'll book my train ticket to go to Delhi, Haridwar, nikal jayega. Somebody comes and gives you a plane ticket. Swamiji, I booked a ticket for you. Huh? किसके लिए? Swamiji, why go by train? It's too hot now. Okay, annation, अच्छा प्रारब्ध में निकला. Parichan because of somebody else's इच्छा. Parichan. Good things can also happen. Not always bad things will happen. Okay. Parichan can also mean your guru. हम तो आसाद पंखी हैं. I'm a very unconventional free guy, you know. Yeah. There is a time, okay, chalo, no class for the next 2 days, I will disappear from Bombay. I'll go. Nobody knows where I am. I'm a free bird like that. Then my guru calls me and tells me, set up an ashram in Bombay. ठीक है. Your wish is my command. Parichan. Could you not say no? Yeah, of course I can say no. My guru has given me that freedom. But my sense of surrender is like that. His wish is my command. So if he wants that, done. अभी बड़ा संसार ही चालू हो जाएगा. Yeah. Correct, no? I mean, ashram for sadhus, ashram is a samsara only. In fact, in some place, Shankaracharya prays to the Lord. Oh Lord, don't make me a mathadipati. The head of a matha, please don't make me, he says. Parichan. It's also called Ishwarachan. Nimitta matram bhava savya sachin. Remember in the Gita? Be an instrument in my hands. So the Lord decides. Champion Atmi hai na idhar. He's got no agenda of his own. Chalo, through him we will do certain things. And you find yourself by prarabdha, certain things happening and you have to do certain things. You are at the wrong place at the right time. Karo. Karo. You go with the flow because you are going with the flow. The idea is this, you are going with the flow. So all these things will happen. All these things will happen. Yeah. Even your life extension can happen. Yeah. Just imagine a kid is born few years back, strong prarabdha. I don't know who this kid is. I don't know where he is, but he's born somewhere. Strong prarabdha that he should be my student only. Strong prarabdha. His prarabdha, okay, not mine. His prarabdha. Strong. अभी क्या हो जाएगा? He is only 5-year-old. At least he has to be 25 before he can really understand Vedanta. 20-25. So I have to be there for the next 20 years plus some to be a teacher. His prarabdha is so strong, my life gets extended. These things will happen. These things happen to parents and children also, I'm telling you. You know, to parents and children also this can happen. You affect each other's fates like that. Yeah. Because of your children. Now don't go about looking this in your horoscope, okay? Most astrologers won't tell you this. Because of your child's horoscope, your life may be extended or cut short. Yeah. Yeah, that can happen. So, this is all the play of prarabdha. Because of the play of prarabdha, he says, Paraicha praptani sukha dukkha lakshanani arabdha phalani anubhavan. Sukha dukkha lakshanani arabdha phalani. Prarabdha phalani, which is characterized by sukha, dukkha, experiential sukha and dukkha. He is Ananda Sarupa, so not a problem. But experiential. Sukha dukkha. Experiential sukha dukkha will come. Okay. Antakarana abhasidinam avabhasakaha. But what is he? Antakaranadinam abhasakaha. The witness of all that happens in your mind. Mind and body understood. And the world outside. You are just the witness. You are going through all these things. Sakshi bhavena. Why? Your identification is with Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman, the Atma Swarupaha. So, ये सब संसार का खेल देखो, witness it. Then some tad avasane, avabhasaka sun is there. Okay, that sun has become some there. Okay, tad avasane, when that prarabdha is over. Remember that kid I talked about? He has got enough to work on it for himself now. So that prarabdha is over. ठीक है, time to say goodbye. Then what happens? Tad avasane, when that is over, pratyak ananda parabrahmani. Pratyak anandam, that pratyak ananda that you are, which is nothing but param brahman, the absolute truth, the reality. Prane line sati. Your prana is merged with that. Yeah. Prana is not just your breathing, it's your whole life force, okay? Yeah. Line sati. Then, ajnana tat karya samskaranam api. Then whatever ajnanam is there in your mind of other things, not the Atma. And tat karya samskara. And the samskaras that you have picked up before you gain knowledge. Both kuch samskaras. Before you gain knowledge, all of us pick up samskaras. That's our personality. Samskarani. Samskaranam api vinashat. They all get destroyed. Parama kaivalyam ananda ekarasam. Parama kaivalya. Okay. If you look at the translation, thoda garbad hai. Okay. It's Parama Kaivalyam is called supreme isolation. Kaivalyam is not isolation. These are all translation issues, okay? Sometimes you can't help laughing at this. Yeah. Sometimes I do feel like wringing their necks also for translating it like that. Okay. Kevalasya bhavam kaivalyam. You are the only reality that is there. Limitless reality. That is called kevalam. Therefore, tasya bhavam kaivalyam. When you are rooted in that reality, it's called kaivalyam. Okay. Which is what? Ananda ekarasam. One homogeneous Ananda itself, no difference. Ananda Sarupaha. Akhila Beda Pratibhasa Rahitam. Even the appearance of duality is gone. Previously there is an appearance of duality, na? वहाँ बैठा है, यहाँ नहीं है ना. Appearance of Bheda. There is no real Bheda. As I sit here, I sit on every planet in the cosmos, okay? That's the reality. I manifest in every planet in the universe. And whatever is in between also. That is the reality. But Bheda Bhasa, I am here and you are there. Yeah. Bheda Bhasa is there. Abhasa is there. That Pratibhasa Rahitam, that is also gone. That's also gone. Then what? Akhandam Brahma Vatishtate. What remains? Akhandam Brahma. Not Shunya, not nothingness. Okay. If it is Shunya, nobody will want realization. I'm not there. Okay. It's a misunderstood translation. Okay. Yeah. Akhandam Brahma avatishtati. Akhandanandam avatishtati. As Ananda Sarupaha, as Param Brahman alone you remain. Nothing short of that. Okay, nothing short of that. Yeah. Param Brahma. Param Brahmani eva avatishtati. In Brahman, as Brahman, you remain. Therefore, this is called Videha Mukti. This is called Videha Mukti. Okay? Videha Mukti is for one who is already a Jivan Muktaha. If you are already a Jivan Muktaha, you are not going to get bound when you drop your body. Ajnanam is long gone. Will a wise person go to heaven? No. Heaven is in him. He doesn't have to go to heaven. What about hell? Hell is also in him. Okay? Mithya. Heaven and hell are both mithya and they are in him only. Yeah. You remaining in the limitless awareness, that pure consciousness. It's not that you disappear. You don't disappear. You remain as consciousness. Now, here in this book it is not mentioned, but there is an idea of Krama Mukti also placed. Okay? Prasanga Vashat, I thought it is good for me to mention that here. Prasanga Vashat means this is an occasion for it to be presented. Okay? Now, what is Krama Mukti? The idea is, you are a student of Vedanta. And you led a clean life. No major omissions or commissions. Small things happens, okay? Kali ki prabhava, you can't avoid it. Yeah. Therefore, you lived a clean life. You have done good things in life. Yajna, dana, tapa, kriyaha, etc. you have done. You studied Vedanta also. A typical middle class morality, But generally when people live lives like this, that passion and commitment that is necessary for Vedanta nahi hota hai. That passion, I want to get it now. I am not willing to wait 20 years for it. The tivra mumukshutvam thoda lacking hota hai isme. Therefore he studied Vedanta. No. Every week, very regular, all that thing was there. Study. But before he could establish himself in the truth, before that knowledge could be complete, okay, before clarity of knowledge was there, before that rootedness in the knowledge was there, his prarabdha was over. Okay. Then what will happen to such a person? There is a question asked in the Shastra. And the answer is, he'll gain Krama Mukti. Now what is Krama Mukti? See, Krishna answers in this thing that either you will be born in Suchinam Srimatam Gehe. You remember all those verses, I hope. Yoga Brashtaha. Suchinam Srimatam Gehe Athva Yoginam Api Kule Bhavanti. These two births are mentioned. He may be born in a cultured, clean family to pick up the threads again, or he will be born in a Yoginam Kule itself, okay, where he can pick up the threads again. Supposing he is even better than that. Thoda hi baki hai. Thoda. Doesn't have to take another birth, etc. for this. Then he goes to Brahmaloka, the seventh heaven of delight. Okay. He goes to Brahmaloka. And what does he do there? Have a good time. Other people also there are similar to you only. So you can have discussions on Vedanta and everything with them all the time. Clarify doubts, get more confused also. Both can happen, you know. So you can, and you can have a good time as well, because Brahmaloka after all, no? All the good things in life are also available. The Dhamma that you have on earth is not necessarily there, okay? Here some of the Dhamma is also for health reasons. That problem will not be there. You won't get cirrhosis of the liver there. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Secret. You will not put on weight also there. You will not have cholesterol problems. Okay. All these issues will not be there. क्या मजा आएगा ना? Already people are thinking थोड़ा वो experience रहेगा तो अच्छा है. But then what happens after that? When will I gain Vedanta Jnanam? Who will teach me there? उसके लिए थोड़ा ठहरना पड़ेगा. Why? Creation is still on. The reversal has not yet started. That will start at the end of Kali Yuga. 20,000 years still left. So 20,000 years you will be there, you can discuss among yourself, you can have a good time, but you have to wait for Brahmaji to become free to teach you. So when the reversal from the big bang to the big collapse, when the big collapse is starting and Rudra takes over, Brahmaji becomes free. Acha, baitho abhi, time hai. Before our worlds etc. are resolved, there is a lot of time. I will teach you. Abhi Vedanta padho. And then, remember, Brahmaji is teaching, not Brahmaved, okay? It's Brahmaji himself who is teaching. Yeah. So he's a great teacher. And if you gain the knowledge there in the Nishtha, you are free. But remember, 20,000 years you have lived discussing and enjoying and all that also. Supposing some reversal happens, तो ये बहुत मजा आ रहा है यार, ये मोक्षा क्या करेगा? And you don't get rooted in this knowledge, next kalpa you'll be born again. You'll be born as a very great evolved soul. You'll get knowledge like this, but you'll have to be born again next kalpa. If you gain knowledge, you're free there. That is called Krama Mukti. Kramena, from here you study something, you went to Brahmaloka and got it. Krama Mukti. But believe me, this is very, very rare, okay? In Kali Yuga, this is very rare. Most of the people who have gone there are not from Kali Yuga. They have gone there before. Because you have to live a very clean life. Not possible in Kali Yuga. बहुत कुछ गड़बड़ होता है. Yeah. It's better to have that passion and that desire and that the spirit to get moksha right here. That's easier in Kali Yuga, I'm telling you. Yeah. Because rules and regulations are very, very flexible in Kali Yuga, isn't it? There's no rigidity of life. In living in a city like Bombay, for example, you can do what you want. Correct? You can get away with anything and everything. All you have to be is a bit discreet. Right or wrong? It's not a community living anywhere. It's not an all-inclusive living anyway. It's very independent living. To each his own. Yeah. Your parents may spend a month or two with you max. That's all. Itna hi hai. So it's easier to gain moksha here than Krama Mukti. Okay? So don't even think of Krama Mukti. Prasanga Vashad, because part of the Shastra, I mentioned it so that you will know. But what is happening is right here. What you aim for is to get this knowledge and freedom right now. Then it works. Iha ched avedhit ata satyamasti. If you know it here, there is reality in your life. Athva nached avedhit. If you don't know it, mahati vinashti, the loss is great. You are missing the infinite. The loss is the infinite. It's a notional loss, but it's still there. Yeah. Why? Because experiential sukha dukkha is taken as real. It is my sukha dukkha. I know it is mithya, but I am suffering. Yeah. No, Swamiji, I learned to joke at my suffering. Are you sure it's not denial? The flip side is always there. Is it coming out of your freedom or is it coming out of your denial? Because you got exposed to Vedanta so much and you want to be like that, therefore you are denying certain issues. वो भी हो सकता है. Samsaroyam ativa vichitram. Shankara himself says that. Samsara can be very varied. The ways of self-delusions are many. So be careful there. Okay, be careful there. Okay, then what? Okay, then he is quoting. Okay, Vedanta Sara, Swami Sadananda is also quoting from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Na tasya pranaha utkramanti. His prana does not rise above the body to go to some other dimension or to another birth. No, here only. Eva Panyanti. I thought I will share this joke with you all. Why only Hindus have rebirth? Other religions don't have rebirth. I think I forwarded it to one or two people also. Why only Hindus have rebirth? No. This is a multicultural story, okay? So Narada once went to the pearly gates of heaven. That's why I'm saying multicultural. And he asked God, God, how is things here? Oh, don't tell me, I'm having a tough time with all these Indians coming here. Why? They have no respect for the law. They try to break the laws all the time. Yeah. They are trying to auction off their crown that I have given them. They don't believe in wearing those white robes. They want to wear colorful dresses. And that curtain cloth they are wrapping around themselves and wearing it. What is this? Says, are you sure only you are having all the problems? Let us check up with the devil. So he places a call to hell. Satan, this is God speaking. Tell me what's happening. Make it fast. Why? Why fast? I'm having a very tough time here. These Indians have managed to come and corrupt everyone here. They're opening up stalls, selling samosas and idlis and dhoklas and everything. So what is the solution? Simple. The moment a Hindu lands up in heaven or hell, give him rebirth. Send him back to earth. Okay. Take it in the spirit I say it. Okay, just a joke. Because prana utkramanti. If you are an ajnani, your prana has to travel to other dimension. Have a good time, have a break from earth and then come back to pick up the threads again. Yeah. Okay, come back to pick up the threads. And this will be there irrespective of your belief systems, okay? Irrespective of your belief systems. You may belong to any religion who believes that there is no rebirth, etc. I'm sorry. All the experiments about rebirth, etc. were done by doctors in countries which did on people who were not Hindus. And they also had rebirth, etc. Okay? Supporting evidence is available. Pramana is the Shastra, supporting evidence is their research work, etc. Okay? Therefore, not that, but for a wise person, tasya prana na utkramanti, prana doesn't go up. Atra eva samavaniyante, it's resolved here itself. Here itself, prana goes back to the Panchabhutas. You remain a Sachidananda Swarupaha. Vimuktascha mumuchyate. Very important point here. Very important quote. The freed one is freed further. You are already free. You knew your Ananda Swarupaha. And now whatever limitation, apparent limitation of the body is also dropped. Yeah. You don't have to say, अब तो बिल्कुल बूढ़ा हूँ, गोली खाकर जीता हूँ. You don't have to say that. Yeah. Vimuchyate. Not that the body is a problem. I remember when my teacher came back, he had gone for his last trip to his state because he wanted to set certain things in order in that ashram there. Then he came back. Okay, he's flown back, came in a stretcher to Rishikesh ashram. We were all waiting for him. So I met him. He said, I have decided to stop all treatment. I am ready to go. And he smiled and says, of course, I am not going anywhere. I said, yes, Swamiji. Then he looked at me, he wanted my response. And that look I made, how do you want it? I said, Swamiji, we will accept it right now. Today, if you decide you are stopping treatment, we will accept it. As your students, we will accept it. Because we also don't like you to see you suffering like this. Physically suffering, no. But, he said, but what? He said, Swamiji, your devotees will take some time to accept that. Give them some time. Okay, make an announcement. After 1 month, I am stopping all treatment. This is also an example of Paraicha Prarabdha, okay? Yeah. I became the nimitta for that because I said it. I am sure others also said it. I am sure some people went and cried to him also. They said, Swamiji, you can't leave us and go and all that. Because some of the teachers felt we should not give, and none of us should speak like that to Puja Swamiji. I said, all these people have known Swamiji for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Let them speak what they want. This is the last chance they are going to get to speak. So if they feel Swamiji should not do that, let them say it. Let Puja Swamiji take a decision after having heard everyone. Yeah. So vimuktasya vimuchyate. One is already free, becomes free. Drops the limitation of the body. It's already free. He lives in that freedom as Ananda. You remain as the substratum for everything. You don't disappear. See, this is very important to understand that. I have seen some modern gurus saying, finished, over, nothing now, body is gone, everything. No, it is not true. Because the Atma is non-negatable. You can negate the whole world. All that is mithya can be negated. What is satyam can be negated. Shunya is not satyam. Satyam is shunya sakshi. The one who objectifies shunya is satyam. Because shunya is only a concept. Remember, even mathematically, two important ideas in mathematics has come from the Vedic wisdom. What is that? The understanding of infinity and the understanding of zero. Zero is actually Maya. Itself has no value but adds value to everything it is associated with. Isn't that what zero is? Itself has no value but adds value or reduces value. Depends on where it is added. Itself has no value. Clean. The idea has come from mithya. That is why you will find in our Sahasranama, etc. Shunyaya Namaha. Shakti, Maya. Shunyaya Namaha. You will find a mantra like that. When you are doing an archana, Shunyaya Namaha. And within a few words you will find Shunya Sakshine Namaha. The one who is witnessing that Shunya. For them also Namaha. Look at the Sahasranamas, you will find it. Idhar udhar aata hai. Especially Devi Sahasranamas. Whether it is Lalita, Lakshmi, etc., you will find it there more. There is a time when I did all this chanting, okay. Both Sahasranama kiye. I come across all these words, okay, yeah. So, that you will remain as pure consciousness is very important to understand. As nothing but Ananda. Swamiji, I can't conceive of it. Good, you are not meant to conceive. You are meant to understand that the I cannot be negated at any time. The I that objectifies everything in waking, dream and deep sleep. That survives the death of the body. That survives the destruction of your mind. Because witnessing the mind. That I cannot be negated by anything. Therefore, I don't even like to put it like, oh, he has become one with Brahman, Brahmalinaha, etc. By the way, Brahmalina in North India means what, Death. So one of my juniors, she is called Brahmalinananda. So we joke with her, when you attain Mahasamadhi, we'll have to refer to you as Brahmalinananda. We are all Vedantins, okay? So some morbid jokes are also part of the game. Where is the fear of death anyway? So even this idea of being one with Brahman, you are resolved into Brahman, etc. is not really true. You are Brahman, no? Where is the resolving point? That's all Aupacharikam, the way of saying it. That's all. It's only the way of saying. But otherwise it is just you are nothing but Brahman itself. Living you knew with that knowledge. Dropped your body and mind, you are with that. Yeah. Then there is also a question, all these things I am handling to prevent any doubts coming in your mind, okay? Already this thing that, will a wise person take another birth? Why should he tell me? No, मेरा devotee, for the sake of my devotees, I will be born again. पागल कुत्ता काटा है क्या? That's the answer you will get in Rishikesh, okay? But Swamiji, what about all of us? We have not yet gained the knowledge and you are going, why do you think I am creating teachers? Parampara will take care of it. Parampara will take care. The parampara will take care of that. That's why we establish paramparas, teaching traditions. Yeah. It's not a cult. Yeah, you have a great connect with your guru, you have a great this thing, etc. Yeah. As I said, I never said no to my guru for anything. He wants me to set up things, even which I don't like, I'll say, oh, done. There are times when I discuss things with him, I argued also my point with him, yes, true. But at the end of the day, if he says, this is what I wanted, yes, Swamiji, it will be done. I have always done that. Yeah. But with all that, it is not a cult. It's not a cult. It's a teaching tradition that moves forward. So you will be born again, etc. These are all emotional nonsense, okay? Out of my love for my devotees, I will be born again. Your devotees will be dead by that time. Have you thought about that? You were born in another 25 years. Your devotees are all in their 60s. What happens then? But what if those in their 20s, their 40s? Those who are there in the 40s will be holding on to the photograph that was there of you. New one comes, they won't want to. Correct है कि नहीं? If Christ, for example, if Christ comes back again, they'll crucify him again. This time it won't be done by the Romans, it will be done by the Christian church itself. Yeah. The same thing will happen. Yeah. So all that is not a wise person saying. Okay? But what about the reincarnation of the lamas, etc.? If you are used to exposed to Buddhist traditions, you will see all this happen. Lamas reincarnate, including the Dalai Lama, and they pick up the successor, etc. Okay? By how the kid, 4 years, etc., he is tested by all the senior monks, and they find, oh, declare this guy is reborn like this. And it's a valid method, okay? I have been exposed to this, quite a valid method. A validity in that. Some functional validity is there. But remember, every Lama, they don't say I am Buddha, they say I am Bodhisattva. I am evolving into Buddha. I have not yet gained the knowledge. They all admit that. Swamiji, is that true? Yeah, it is true. Why? Because I have interacted with them. Yeah. I have interacted with them. Yeah. You just try it out next time you see. Unto the Buddha my salutations, and see what they respond to. Unless he is filled with a little bit of self-importance, then he may say. But if he is not filled with the self-importance and another monk is telling it to him, another sannyasi is telling him, he will always say, no, I am only a Bodhisattva, I am not a Buddha yet. He will be honest. Yeah. I have done that with many, respectfully, and they have also respectfully responded like that. So they can be reincarnated, they better be. Yeah, they better be. Yeah. Because otherwise, how will they gain knowledge? How will they gain the wisdom? How will they become Jivan Muktas? They can't be. So if you are looking at those, that's how it happens. Okay.
Swamiji, can I ask a question?
Shoot.
You explained zero shunya as Maya, that it can be taken as that. Now there is a slight this thing in doubt in my mind, because if you take it as shunya, nothingness, because we understand is that mithya, no?
I didn't say Maya is Shunya. I said the idea of Shunya has come from Maya. The idea of zero has come from Maya.
Okay.
I didn't say Maya is zero. I said the idea of zero has come from Maya. Difference hai na?
Can you explain that a bit more?
Okay,
so that,
okay.
there's more.
See, what is Maya? Itself does not have an independent existence, but adds value to everything. Na? Correct? That's exactly zero. Itself does not have independent existence. Zero by itself is what? No existence. Na? How much money you have? Zero. Is there a discussion about it after that? No. But to 1 rupee, you add a zero, it adds value. Na? 10 rupees ho gaya. Are you getting the idea? That value add on, even though itself it does not have a value, it is capable of adding value. So that idea has come from the idea of Maya. Yeah, I am not saying Maya is zero. I am saying the idea of zero has come from Maya. Yeah, the idea of zero has come from Maya. And infinity from, yeah.
And one more concept, infinity.
One more?
Concept, infinity, just now said, no?
See, infinity in Vedanta is a reality. Desha kala aparichinnam. So in mathematics also, it becomes conceptual. Because you don't have a point of infinity, you have tending towards infinity. Always you will say that. It tends towards infinity, because infinity cannot be a point. So where did that idea come from in mathematics? From Arabic mathematics. That is the British propaganda. Where did the Arabs get it from? Tell me, in Arabia, was there any research going on in anything? Nomadic tribes. Research will happen among nomadic tribes or in a settled population. I mean, use common sense. No? Yeah, in a nomadic tribe, research how to find water will go. They'll be very good. How to handle moving from place to place, setting up camps, breaking down camps fast overnight. Within an hour you can move. Those type of things they'll be very good in. They'll be rough and tough people. Yes, definitely. All that will be there. But we will research, etc. For that you need to be settled in a place. There are better weapons of iron, etc. Why they are carrying their mines on their back, or their furnaces on their back and moving from place to place. You need settled civilization for all these activities. So it all came from here to there. Via the Arabs it went. Yeah. So in mathematics it becomes conceptual. In Vedanta it is considered reality. Now that in Vedanta only you can validate it yourself. That limitlessness which is freedom from time and space, you have to validate it in your understanding. In mathematics it's put as a concept. Something that you will never reach, but you will tend towards that. And there is a hope that when you have a grand unified theory, that infinity will be clear. I am telling you it won't be clear because they leave themselves out of the equation in the grand unified theory. Even if they try to bring in consciousness into the grand unified theory, it will still be the manifested consciousness they are dealing with. Because by the very definition you are limited yourself. Then if you remove those limits, then come to Vedanta. We have better ways of handling it. Clear, Kishore?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, yeah.
Swami, that one more concept is Mahati Vinashti.
Mahati Vinashti. The idea is if you don't understand the truth here, your loss is great. You have a great loss in your life because you are missing the infinity. No? You are missing moksha. You are missing ananda. That's a great loss. Even though it's not really a loss, you are ananda whether you know it or not. But a notional loss, you can suffer from a notional loss in the same way you suffer from an actual loss. I told you that, no? The husband took the jewelry and put it into the locker without telling his wife. And she thought it's all lost. Stolen away. Her sense of loss is same. So when the husband comes back, she finds the wife in tears. Why are you crying? What happened? What went wrong? Somebody has stolen all the jewelry. Arey, I have put it in the locker for you. I took it in the morning on the way to office, I put it in the locker. Then there will be two reactions. Initial reaction, thank God. Second reaction, idiot, insect, you did that without telling me. Why couldn't you tell me? I was suffering whole day. Both are justifiable, okay? Both are justifiable. So that is where the whole thing comes from, okay? So with this, we have come to an end of Vedanta Sara. So now we have, before we start, today is what? 22nd, right? We have 29, at least one Sunday we have, okay? 5th Sunday, we will let you all know for sure, we may have a volunteer meeting. So 5th Sunday there may not be a class. 29th definitely there will be a class. 12th onwards, we will start 2 classes in Kharbandra. One will be for the senior group I will start with Tarka Sangraha, and I will also start a new Gita class there. So tell your friends, etc., that there will be a new Gita class. We will send you the details in a day or two. Okay? The new Gita class will be from 10 to 11, and 11:30 to 12:30 will be our class. Okay? For those who are out of town or etc., all that, I will take care of that through a hybrid option. Okay? As I said before. Okay. So 29th, what you are going to do? This is important. 29th. Okay. I want.
Hello, Swamiji.
I want 2 presentations. What is that? From people who have attended the class. You can do it in a group, you can make your own groups, you can do it on your own, whatever. 1, the general adhyasa that is there, and 2, some of the special adhyasas that are there. You don't have to mention everything, but some of the highlights I want. 10 minutes. General adhyasa, special adhyasa. Now, I don't want you all to come next Sunday and say, Swamiji, I thought he is doing it, she is doing it, he is doing it. I want this class to accept the responsibility, message, text each other, or pick it up yourself, and I would like to see a couple of presentations, 10 minutes each, 5 minutes each, on 2 aspects of it. General adhyasa, in here this is presented as adhyaropaha. Remember, with all those examples. Can anyone, Sundar, can you add Rohit Singh? Okay, put your number up on the chat so that he can add you, Sundar can add you. Yeah.
I would also like to be added.
Beg your pardon?
I would like to be in the group.
Who is speaking? Okay. Yeah, add Sanchit also. Put your this thing, name and number also in the chat. We'll add you.
Okay.
Yeah. So you all decide among yourself who is going to do this. Let me see how much responsibility the class can take for that and do it. Okay. A good place to stop.